And their Russian allies is forcing thousands of Syrians to leave their homes. Around 120,000 civilians have been displaced in rebel-held Idlib province in recent weeks. But instead of finding safety, many continue to face danger.
يلا غارات جوية روسية وسورية تستهدف النازحين في ريف إدلب يا الله تعال بضع بروك.
This Al Jazeera crew was filming in a makeshift camp in Idlib when an attack happened, they tell us. A missile hit very close to civilians who had escaped earlier bombing attacks in the nearby Hama countryside. Al Jazeera correspondent Milad Fadel can be seen among men, women and children desperately trying to find cover. Well, aid agencies say they're overwhelmed by the scale of need in Syria, and they're warning that if the bombardment continues, 1 million displaced people will amass near the Turkish border. Sinem Kosioglu reports.
Abdulkarim al-Hamoud lost his home when the Syrian government bombed an eastern Hama in December. He arrived in Rahma refugee camp in Idlib province 15 days ago with his wife and 5 children. The 50-year-old farmer says he had very good business back home, but he had to leave it all behind. The family went to Sinjar first, taking refuge in a cave. But the safety they found there didn't last for long. Government forces were advancing in the area. Abdel and his wife Shamia say they were afraid of being killed.
I'm not happy. I'm not used to living like this. Here you don't feel free. We are sleeping with our children in one tent now. We were hiding in a cave when the regime forces advanced towards our lands. We were afraid they would kill us and left.
After the bombardment in East Hama, a lot of people moved to Sinjar. We faced few bombardments after ISIL and the regime started their fight. We had to leave again and stay out in the wild, sleeping under trees. 8 organizations came and took us to this camp. But you see, this is not home.
The camp was built only a couple of weeks ago and is already full. 5,000 people are here, but still more are arriving every day. Most of them are poor families from eastern Hama. As the weather gets colder, the main fear here is illness. Hygiene is a major issue. So much of the prevention falls on the women here, as they are the ones responsible for feeding and cleaning in dire conditions.
The primary needs are tents and things like mattresses, blankets and carpets. Also items that are specially needed by children and women. You name it, people in Syria need it. Even finding a nail clipper is an issue.
Survival, not education, is the priority here. Many of these children have been on the run from the bombings for some time. Some of them haven't been to school in years. They're left to their games and escaped from the sad reality of their homeland.
People have managed to escape the regime's airstrikes and the fight against ISIL. They were able to find refuge here in these camps in northern Idlib. For now, they're safe, but no one knows what will happen if more Syrians come to the region. Sinem Kosioglu, Al Jazeera, northern Idlib.